One of the questions our customers most frequently ask us is, what's involved in a remote start installation? Whenever you purchase a remote start from mypushcart.com, we give you access to our tip sheet database. Tip sheets give very specific information on installing the remote start you purchased into your specific vehicle. We also include a wiring chart, again specific to your vehicle, that shows the color and location of all the wires you'll need to access. All remote start packages from mypushcart.com include all the components you need for installation: a bypass module, any relays or adapters that are needed, and the remote start itself. Unpack your components: the brain, the remote controls, and the wiring harnesses. The first step of the installation is to prepare the harnesses. It's easier to do this on your workbench than when you're inside the vehicle. A lot of the wires that you see in the box will not be needed. Here's where you refer to your tip sheet. It will tell you which wires you'll be using and which wires you won't be using. Separate off the wires that you won't be using. Next, plug in your LED, the antenna wire, the valet switch, and the door lock harness plug. Note that on Crime Stopper remote starts there are two 3-pin plugs. The correct plug for the door locks is the one with the white connector. Now that everything's plugged into the brain, tape up the harnesses so that everything is nice and neat. The wires we're not using are still separated, and I'm going to leave them out of the bundle. Make sure your fuses remain accessible. The next step is to prep the bypass harness. In almost all installations, only a fraction of the wires in the bypass harness are used. Refer to your tip sheet. It will show you which wires to use and which ones to trim. In this installation, we're only using 3 wires out of the main harness. That's not uncommon. Now that the prep work is done, it's time to get access to the wires in the vehicle.